Hello, I'm Katie from Changemakers in the youth of today, and I've just returned from an all-day protest in Bristol where we were protesting, well, mainly about the education cuts, except there did also have some other signs, kind of normal ones, some people saying legalise weed, some other posters which are slightly more inappropriate, but in general most of us were definitely there for the cuts. And we got there, and it said on Facebook it started at 11, and me and some of my other friends got to College Green in Bristol for about 20 to 11, and we really didn't think that anything was going to happen. There was probably about a group of 50 of us stood there, barely chanting, and then people started walking down the hill into the centre, so we were like, okay, do we follow or not? 'Cause we weren't sure if they were protesting, or if they were just or if they were just getting bored and just going home. But we thought, oh, okay, well, quite a lot of people are going down, so we'd follow them. And then all of a sudden, out of absolutely nowhere, about a couple of thousand people joined the back of us, and it was brilliant. And we walked down into the centre. We were walking around town. The police didn't really like it, which it kind of annoyed me, because fair enough if we were sort of causing havoc, but literally at this point, this was right at the beginning, no one had done anything to aggravate the police, so it was sort of a bit unnecessary, I think, that they started sort of trying to kettle us, that's the word, yeah, they started trying to kettle us. But anyways, we got through them, doing our chants, the no ifs, no buts, no education cuts. That was my favourite one. I was right at the front, telling everyone where to go. So we went through to the main shopping centre, Cabot Circus. We walked right through Cabot Circus and out the back, and we went up to Bristol Uni. We were at Bristol Uni outside the doors, where once again the police barricaded us and wouldn't let us through. But in general, it was a really good protest, I think. There was a really, really good turn up. One thing that really bugged me, I'm there outside of College Green, and this is sort of like the grassy place where the protest started, and everyone went to go up the big hill again towards the uni. At this point my legs were killing me because I'd already been walking for 4 hours, so I sat down and had a drink. Got a bit defeated there, but it was a real shame really, because I crossed over to go to Tesco, the little Tesco Metro, just me and one other person, not a big group, just literally 2 of us. We're going to go in and get a Diet Coke. They shut the doors on us and said, you're not coming in. And I said, all I want is a Diet Coke. And they said, no, sorry, you're not coming in, you've got a sign on. And I said, right, so because I'm protesting, you're not going to let me in? And they were like, yeah, you can't come in. And like, I'd understand, again, if there was a big group of us, or sort of trying to rampage into Tesco, even though I don't really see what the point in that would be. But all I wanted was a Diet Coke, and they wouldn't let me. And I even said to someone next to me who didn't have a sign on, I said, should I take my sign off? And they said, no, you still can't come in. So I was like, oh, right, ask someone else, can you go in for me and get me a Coke, please? So I gave them the money. They said, no, because you're going in for her, and we don't want her to have anything. And I was like, which was a bit outrageous, really. It was a bit of a shame, but I got my drink, sat down, and then this is near the end of the day now. This is about 3:30, I'd say. And people were marching up the hill as they were. And then my friend phoned me about half an hour later saying, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, yeah, why wouldn't I be? And she was like, so you're not arrested? I was like, arrested? No, why? And this is where the real shame will be, and I just know as a fact tonight, when it's on the news, which it will be very soon, I'm watching in the corner of my eye, got the TV on with the news, because I was at the front, so I think I might be on the news. But no, basically, police tried to barricade everyone again, even though apparently no one was being violent, and people just like, the police were in a line, then apparently 30 or so people came from nowhere with a massive rope and just started tying up the police, which I'm not saying is a good thing, but then apparently the police got their batons out and was hitting everyone, and havoc started. And I just looked on the internet then, and apparently quite a lot of people got arrested, even though they didn't actually have anything to do with it, just because they were standing there, which I think is a shame. And I know that that's just going to be a negative image, but I'd just like to say that I was there for practically the whole day, and that was the only one bad thing that happened. Well, I think someone lit a flare at one point, but the police were right by and they didn't say anything about it, so I don't think they minded too much. But yeah, so that's a bit of a shame. But I'm also quite annoyed because when I was stood in the bank, there was a TV screen up, and it said breaking news, Nick Clegg refuses to comment on what his stand will be when they talk about the cuts and stuff for education, which kind of, well, I'd take that to mean that he's going to say that he wants to cut uni fees, which I think that uni is obviously the highest form of degree you can get, and it's just a bit of a shame really if they're going to stop the funding for that, because the only way we're going to get out of the recession is to invest in our future and invest for people to have better qualifications and for people to sort of get us out of the mess really. So yeah, but I do hope the protests carry on and just not violent, because it shows that we're there, shows that we're not happy with this, we're not going to stand for it. So yeah, all in all a good day really, but it's a shame about the couple of people that had to take it a bit too far. But I'm sure it'll be on the news, and I'll keep you guys in touch if anything else happens. But yeah, nice speaking to you. Bye.